All right. Hello, everybody. So this is the video walkthrough for the Build Website in Website Builder Software Part 1 assignment. We have due this next Sunday, so a week from yesterday, Sunday, February 9th. We have this Part 1 due, and Part 2 will be due the following week. These two assignments, Part 1 and Part 2, are very similar to our Canva practice assignment and Canva wireframe assignment. In the Canva practice assignment, we went in, we picked our favorite template within Canva, and we built out the just above the fold section. So just the first page of the website. And then in the second assignment, the build website wireframe in Canva, we built out the rest of the website blueprint or wireframe in Canva, right? So we had just the first little bit, we picked out our template and the first page, and then we had the rest of it. So this Part 1 assignment is the same thing, but now using a more powerful tool. We're going to use card.co to build our websites here. So similarly, this first assignment that is in Module 5 is going to be the above the fold and our initial template, above the fold, and a few elements need to be completed within the website, which I will show you. And then Part 2 will be finalizing and refining that site, okay? We're gonna make lots of sites in this class, so don't get too stressed out on this needing to be your only one. You're gonna have lots of opportunities to make really cool websites. So when I click into this assignment, first thing, it's going to recap a little bit of what I just said, which is the previous Canva exercise was to help develop the look and feel of your website. This assignment requires you to now actually build it in a website, in what's called no code, which we mentioned before in a previous lecture. No code website builder, so we're doing all drag and drop, just like the things we were researching last week. So for our Part 1 requirements, watch this video walkthrough. This link will be up there. Complete the above the fold section. Complete all unfinished elements on your site in order to publish to a card.co URL. This is the only kind of tricky part, and this is where you're going to want to watch this video closely because I will do just that in this video. Ultimately, for a deliverable, to get the ball rolling on developing sites in Card is we want to get to this point where we're able to publish and get a URL that looks like this, and I will show you how it is that we get to there, okay? So, first things first, if I go back to our modules and I see card.co resources, you can see, first of all, there's a good example of what a card website might look like, and then another good example. There's a couple examples here, so you can reference those. But if I click this link, it will take me to card.co. Now I'm already logged in, so I'm going to go ahead and actually I take that back. I'm going to go ahead and choose a starting point. It will allow you to do that and then log in later. So either way, once you get to this point, choosing a starting point, now we will have, so you either have logged in or not logged in, but you get to this point. This is the point where we will pick our template to roll with for this assignment. Now, if you'd like to, you can go with a blank page and build from scratch, but I would recommend, especially if it's your first time using Card, to pick a template, and we can learn about how to build in Card off of a template. So I would choose the template that most closely matches your initial ideas from your Canva website. Okay, so for an example, I'll use this one. And now, real quick, I will also mention, just like Canva Pro, you see you got premium. These are the ones you'll have to pay for in order to use. I think it's pretty cheap, the cheapest option, but not required for this course. So let's select this free one. Okay, and now I am in the editor. Now it kind of looks very simplistic. All that I have is here. Okay, these are the control. This is our control menu. Okay, so it's not as quite as like, you can do that a little bit, but I don't really want to. So it's not as much like with Canva, you can edit like right inside, right? You edit right inside. With this, you kind of we edit more a lot of times in website builders on something like this, right? So this is where we might add our text, image, video, audio, gallery, timer, anything we want to add, right? And then over here is where we have some more controls: publish, start over, background, page, instruction, shortcuts. When I click into the page, we have our other side control menu comes up, and you can see that it's set to columns, which is very standard for websites today, especially with you think of iPhones and mobile devices. Appearance, this is where we can start. Right now I have this, because it's all highlighted, the entire element, and we can make it bigger or smaller. Let's leave it where it's at. Okay. But this is where we do all of our editing. Let's do a quick look at the entirety of the website. What did they give us for this template? This is a pretty small template. But you can see here how what I would do is I would change this Latin. They always like to have Latin text for one reason or another in card. So we'd change the text. We'd add in a company logo. We would give a nice hero banner, right? And then we'd fill out the rest of it, right? And these would be maybe our calls to action, right? And we can consider what those would be. This maybe be like the contact us information. Okay. So now, what do I want to do in order to get to a submission for assignment 1? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and edit these texts. So I'll be like this. This is the example website for digital tech. This is the example. Okay, and then notice this is how they call them markdown formatting, and this is how you can add bold, italic, or underline, is by doing these things. So if I wanted this to be underlined, I would do before and after. Oh, I guess that actually gave me, well, that might give me that because it's already underlined. Anyway, this is how we edit, right? The kinds of text are within here. And then you can change the color and font, size, all of that on here. And then this is kind of like your playback if you have like an animation. Okay, which these do come loaded with animations. So we will watch that in a second. Okay, so I changed that text. I'll change this text. Oops. Okay. So I have that. Now I'll add an image here. This is not going to be a great image. Neither is, the text here. This is just for an example. This is an example I had for another class. Here we go. I'll use this. Accept. Okay, great. So interesting. Now, this is very, very basic, but that's okay. So if I wanted to submit this, let's say I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm ready to submit this. Okay. What I will do is I'll go over and I'll click publish. This is the very important part. Okay, I click publish. I required to put a title, digital tech example, and I'll just put the same thing for this time. Normally you would have a title and you want to have a better description for sure. Okay. I want to ultimately click this action, publish to a card.co URL. I not have that ability because I need to name it first. So if I name it example, that's going to be taken. But if I do 11111, let's see. That's funny. That's not taken. 1212. Let's see. Okay, so example 1212 is available. So I will publish. This is what's going to happen. This is what will happen if you attempt to publish at this point. And this is kind of the part 3 of the assignment. Let me show you this. Build website. Down here, complete all unfinished elements on your site in order to select publish to a card.co URL. And then in order to get that URL. Whoops, you have 2 unfinished elements that haven't been finished yet. Please finish these elements or save this site as an offline draft instead. But we are going to finish the elements and get our link that we want for this assignment. So if I click go to first element, it will say it wants me to upload an image for there. And let's see if there's anything else. See how this comes up red and unfinished? So you'll have it say something like this, unfinished, and then have a little red highlight across it to indicate that this is not finished yet. When we finish these elements, and I just add an image here, when we finish these elements, we will get to then publish the site. Okay, so I add this, done, and I add this, done. Okay, so now that I've added these 2 elements, and notice I didn't change my text here. I didn't change my text here. It would be helpful for next week to, while you're in Card, go ahead and change as much as you can on the rest of the site as you are making these edits. And again, I would recommend not just putting any random image. Use the image. You can use your images, the same images from Canva. Just download them off of Canva and upload them here. Is definitely a good way to go. I can help you if you need to like remove the background from an image or something like that. I'd be more than happy to help with like through email or Canvas messages. Okay, but then now that I've done that, I can click done. I can go back over to publish once more. And now when I click publish, I shall be able to. Okay, now it's publishing. Now, site successfully published to, and then that is what we want to submit, okay? And then that is how we can now come back and edit too. Well, actually that's the preview link, but now we can always come back and edit, right? So if I click view site, right here. Oops, page not found. Why does it do that? Okay. You should not have a page not found. That is really odd. I don't know if it's because of the name I used. I'm not sure why that is happening, but that's okay. Ultimately, even if you had just gotten to this and well, we'd have to check. That's not, why isn't page not found? That is really odd. So that is kind of typical. I don't know why. I'd have to look in and see why that is, but that should not be happening. If I go view site, it's giving me an issue and I don't know what the issue is. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys another, not online yet. Why? Because account needs to be verified. This is why you must verify your account. Okay, let's see. My account is not verified. This is why I was not able to publish that verify account. So this is also why you must log in, okay? Okay, so that should do it. I verified on my phone. I just got the email and I verified on my phone. So the reason for why is because it was not verified. So if I do view and I'm here again, very nice. Look at this. And this is not only that, this is not the editor notice. This is the actual example 1212 card.co. So that lesson right there at the very end is to make sure that if you at the very beginning did not create an account and verify, that you will also have that happen. Where it will say 404 error, page not found, and that is because you need to verify your account. So you must verify your account, complete the elements that Card requires to be completed to publish, and then you're able to publish. And then we have this link, and we can copy and paste it, and go back, start assignment, and submit. Okay, that would be, I'll go ahead and do it. And that would be the submission for this assignment, okay? So yeah. So all of that to say, go in, create an account in Card, pick out a template that you like, finish off the above the fold section, make that look really nice, and then finish the elements that are required in order to get that URL. Get the URL and submit, okay? If you have any questions or thoughts at all, I am more than happy to help. I can be reached through Canvas messages or through email, and I am more than happy to help. So please reach out anytime. Okay, best, Justin.